It's the 27th of August 2023 and I'm 28 years old. I am sitting in our bedroom on the second floor of our house. That's a tricky one. I haven't been watching a lot of movies. I watched A Man Called Otto recently. I'm not sure if that was the last one that I watched though. I started watching Matilda the musical, but I never finished. I haven't been watching that much TV recently. Ice cream, specifically stracciatella flavor or coconut, but more recently I'm definitely going more towards the stracciatella side of things. Recently I haven't been doing much because the belly is heavy and I'm tired all the time with back pains and everything, but I would say that I wake up usually around the same time that Josh wakes up to go to work, so at some point between 8 and 9 a.m. I will usually get up and have what I like to call my first breakfast, usually a bowl of cereal. I go down there to the kitchen and I eat it. Usually I don't take my phone for that. I like to sit on the sofa, let the dogs in the garden and just contemplate life, I guess. Have the bowl of cereal, come back to bed. Some days I go straight back to sleep. Others I stay on my phone for a bit, watching some YouTube videos, or I've been doing a lot of word search as well on the book that I bought actually to take to the hospital, but I've been using it in bed as well. Eventually I will have a little sleep, so sometimes it's straight away, sometimes maybe around 11 or something. I'll have another hour or so. If for some reason I'm feeling wide awake the whole morning and then it becomes like 12 o'clock and I still haven't fell asleep, I'll get up, I'll get dressed. I hate spending the day in pajamas, so I always get changed, even if it's just to put on sweatpants and t-shirts. I go downstairs, I spend most of the time on the sofa. I don't really know what I do in my days, to be honest. I don't know where the hours go. I spend a lot of time on my phone, watching YouTube videos or reels on Instagram, and overall just scrolling and kind of wasting time, but there's not much to do. Every now and then I try to pick up a book and read a few pages. Some days I'm successful with that, others not really. I do little house chores at the moment, so I'll load the dishwasher, I'll do some laundry every other day. I cook dinner, sometimes with Josh, sometimes all by myself, sometimes we just have frozen meals or takeout. Like I said, my days recently are very basic. In the evenings, while we're having dinner, we are watching Orange is the New Black. We're currently on the last season. We've been watching it for months now. It's a series that we only watch together and it's our dinner time series. So we watch one episode a day. It's very rare that we watch more than one. After that, we will either spend some time together. Sometimes Josh is playing games downstairs and again, I'll try to get some reading done or I'll just go on my phone. Other times we change to our other series that we've been watching at the moment, which is House. Then I usually go upstairs in the evening around 10 or half 10 p.m. I have my shower. I'm an evening showerer. I put oil around my belly, which is something I've been doing for months. And then me and Josh get in bed. We usually watch a couple of episodes of House, depending on how late it is or also how early Josh needs to get up the following day. Then we go to sleep around maybe 1 in the morning. And then I will do what I like to call my series of naps because I can't sleep for too long. I'm always waking up with hip pain and needing to go to the toilet. So usually I wake up the first time around 3 a.m. and then another time around 5 or 6 a.m. and then again whenever Josh wakes up to go to work, and then rinse and repeat the following day. There's this camera that I've been eyeing for so many months now, and every now and then I go on the website and I'm just hoping that for some reason it went down from 400 pounds to 50. It's like a GoPro in terms of like a sports camera thing. I don't know, I just keep thinking it would be great for vlogs. It has this accessory that it's like a necklace that you put around your neck but inside your clothes, and then you'd have the thing here and then you just clip the camera on top, like on the outside. Basically the camera is just floating there and you can use it to show POV things, so that's why I think it's great for vlogs. But also the whole camera is magnetic, so you can just put it everywhere and it's super small. The stabilization is great, and yeah, I've been eyeing that camera for ages. In the recent times, like the last few weeks, I've been really proud of starting this new channel. I mentioned on my first video that I've had another YouTube channel for many years. I'm not connecting the two of them, that's why I never mentioned the other one, but this one is kind of my secret channel and I've been putting so much work into it, from having ideas of videos to record, to recording them, to editing them, to make sure I'm sticking to the twice weekly uploads, and I've been managing so far, so I'm really proud of my effort that I've been putting into this channel, even though obviously I'm starting from scratch, so I don't have a lot of views. I rarely have comments or likes or anything, so it feels a bit like talking to a wall, but I have been proud that I haven't let that affect me and that I'm still insisting and persisting and just staying determined to make this channel grow and work on it. In general, besides this point, which is something that has happened very recently. In general, I am proud of my relationship with Josh. We've been together for a few years, and like any other relationship, there's been ups, there's been downs, mostly ups, luckily for us. But I feel like over the years we have built a very strong and very healthy relationship, and I'm very proud not only of me, but of him and of us and our way of communicating to each other and making sure we are open and talk about the things that upset us or that makes us happy. We are very communicative, and our relationship is definitely something that makes me proud every single day. Right now, obviously, my biggest concern depends on the day. Some days I'm concerned about giving birth, like the actual birth process. What is going to happen? Is it going to hurt as much as people say? Am I going to be stressed? Am I going to be crying the whole time? The fear of the unknown is something that scares me. Other days I just have the feeling that birth is the easy part and that the difficult part comes after, for years to come, raising this baby, making sure we are teaching a decent human being and transmitting the correct values and life lessons and giving him all the love and care that he deserves. So some days I'm worried about labor, other days I'm worried about parenting in general. It gets a bit overwhelming, the whole concept of am I going to be a good mom? And I'm sure this is something that literally every woman ever, or even every dad that is about to have a child, you worry if you are going to be good enough for the job that is ahead of you. There's no right answers. We all screw up at some point. The whole concept is very scary. I'd say that recently those are my top concerns for sure. I'm very grateful for the fact that I haven't had to work during my pregnancy. I stopped working when I found out that I was pregnant due to the nature of my job. I'm still employed by the company, but I haven't worked in months. And I'm very grateful for this opportunity to just be at home, relax, grow this baby, and just be at home, which is something that I really enjoy. Being at home, I feel like it's my best life. It's as sad as it sounds, it's like what I'm best at and what I was born for, per se. I am so happy just staying at home, looking after the house, doing the house chores, and I don't know, just having an easy, slow life, spending time with Josh, spending time with my dogs, and I don't get bored of it. I know that some people go insane by even not going out every day. I don't mind not going out every day, and obviously recently the house chores are falling a little bit behind, but that's fine. But either way, I am so grateful for the opportunity of staying at home for all this time, and after the baby is born I have 1 year of maternity leave, which I'm also very grateful for, even though I feel like now I'm enjoying freedom as much as I can, because once he's here all of that is going to change and I'm going to be tired all the time looking after the tiny baby. I'm sure it's very demanding, but either way, I'm very, very grateful for being able to stay at home and not having to work. And I'm so conscious that it's because of Josh, my husband, and him being able to provide for both of us and for our family. So I'm so grateful to him to provide me with this opportunity. In 5 years, it will be August 2028. Oh my god, 2028. How's life? I imagine we will have at least 2 kids by then. This one will be 5 years old, or just about to turn 5 years old. I hope life is good. I hope I'm happy. I hope we are still traveling. Traveling is something that's always been very important for both me and Josh. We've both done it a lot before we met each other, and after we met each other, we've done it a lot together as well. So I hope we are still traveling, this time as a family. We're going to new places, or some of our old favorite places. I hope we're still doing the mixture of travel that we like, which is places that allow us both to relax, but also to have things to explore. With kids, that's going to be different for sure. I hope we've gone at least once to Disneyland with kids, or the kid. I hope we are being able to keep our relationship besides the fact that we're parents. We're still husband and wife besides being parents. I hope we still hug all the time. I hope we still find the time to have dinner together, to watch TV together, and to have alone time, even if it's just for a weekend or something. I hope both of our dogs are still well and cute and happy. I hope they're still best friends. They still run around the house, up and down the stairs, playing with each other. I hope I'm able to find joy in the small things. I hope that I feel like I'm a good mother. I hope I enjoy being a mom. That's another thing. Sometimes life surprises us, but I hope I enjoy it. I hope this baby, and potentially others that we have, I hope they're all healthy, no major health problems. And I hope I'm still able to enjoy the simple things in life and still live slowly and joyfully. There's still a bunch of places that I haven't been and I want to go, and I hope to go there one day. But given that we're going to have a baby soon, and I don't intend on not going on vacation while he's little, I'm thinking more where would be appropriate to take a couple of months old baby. Like, what kind of destination would be enjoyable for us to appreciate while having a baby, because he's not going to remember anything. So I'm thinking maybe Iceland. I've never been. I really want to go. So I'm thinking that might be a good place to take a baby, because we can just do road trips, so have him in the car, push him around the stroller while we see the nice lakes. Like I said, I want to go to Disneyland, but maybe not as the next vacation because he's still gonna be too little for that one. Or maybe somewhere warm to just chill, like one of the Greek islands, for instance. That would be nice. But either way, I reckon that's going to be somewhere in Europe, so the flight time and everything is shorter. Maybe even drive to France, who knows? Somewhere not too far, I reckon, and hopefully somewhere new. I like going to new places and tick one more country out of my bucket list. The last 12 months have been very eventful. Obviously, getting pregnant after a few months of trying, getting married, and getting my dream job back, even though it only lasted literally a couple of months, because then I was pregnant and I stopped working. But putting on the uniform again. I lost my job during the pandemic, so then for a year and a half I had another job, an office job that I hated. So after all that time, getting back to the same industry, it felt really good. It wasn't what I thought it was gonna be, I'm not gonna lie. I now realize that the dream job was not the job itself, but also having that company, which obviously doesn't exist anymore. So getting that job back, even though it felt good and putting on the uniform again felt good, it wasn't the same as it used to be before, and I didn't realize that until I started doing it. So even though it only lasted a few months, I'm happy it happened. I'm happy I got that chance back. I'm happy I did it. I'm happy I got back to the industry, but I'm not sad that I'm not doing it at the moment, because it wasn't as amazing as I missed it, if that makes any sense. Future cat, if you're watching this video, I hope that through these years you have learned how to trust yourself. You've always been good at that, but you always hesitate a little bit, or when you make a decision, you always ponder on that decision after the decision is taken. Like, you spend a lot of time before deciding, pondering pros and cons, and then you make the decision based on that, and then still you hesitate if you've taken the right decision. Sometimes you really drag yourself down because of that, because you're not sure if you took the right decision. So I hope that with these years and with becoming a mom, you've learned how to trust yourself a little bit more. When you make a decision, roll with the punches and go with it is what it is, and it's decided. And obviously things are not permanent. I hope you remember that. Pretty much everything in life can be done and undone. So don't work yourself too hard. Don't blame yourself too hard. If there is something that you regret, I hope you continue to have the courage to change it and to go after the things that you believe in. I hope you are proud of whatever it is that you achieved in the last few years. And if you're not, for some reason, I hope you have the courage to change it.